Internet, how the heck are you today? And it's good to hear. I probably didn't give you enough time to actually answer, and if you did, well, you probably didn't have much to say, but anyway, what are we here for? Well, we got a funny angle on the camera. I thought I'd point it out only because the sun is shining and, you know, my OCD gets the better of me, so it's not an accident that the corners hit the corner of the screen. For those of you that have the OCD like me, what are we looking at today? Ooh. Well, first of all, maybe we should look at my finger. Look, it's looking better. You know, it's funny, in the video, it's so hard to tell, but it's still a little swollen. It still doesn't bend all the way, but it's getting much, much better. I can't quite spin with it. Woo, what? So we saved this to the end. This is the Ichor by Damn Designs. Ichor. I'm not quite sure why it's called the Ichor, but it looks kind of cool. Ichor, I think, is like a goo from I don't know, like things. I don't know if it's like a disease type goo or just something gross. So might have to do with like dead bodies and stuff too. Maybe, I'm not 100% sure. I didn't bother looking up the definition of the word. I'm familiar with it, but never really tried to define it and use it in a sentence. So, but anyway, yeah. So really sweet little design. So this is much like the Infinity, which I realized I don't think I actually called out. Maybe, hopefully it was obvious, but the Infinity with the two little cutouts in it, kind of like a, you know, the figure eight sideways Infinity symbol. But this is essentially the same thing without the cutouts in a tri form. And let me tell you, it's fantastic. It reminds me a lot of the mini Atrium, where it's, you know, it is definitely a mini spinner, but doesn't feel like a mini micro spinner. It's got some good solid weight to it. If I had to guess, probably creeping towards 80 grams with the buttons. So we got some decent sized buttons on here. Now, the bearing, I probably should have asked ahead of time, and I've been carrying this around a lot, so apologize, any of the dust and lint. It's got a shielded bearing in it, and I didn't realize Damn Designs had a shielded bearing, and I didn't do my due diligence and really ask about it, but the bearing's pretty smooth. I think I prefer the hybrid ceramic, so if it comes with one of these in there, it's nice. If not, I think I would probably prefer it that way. So spin time out of this bearing wasn't that great, but again, it's a shielded bearing, so we're not expecting that much, and it's not a spinner I would think is shaped for spin time. But yeah, like a minute and a half, I think, or something like it got, which I know I could get over 6 minutes with one of those hybrid ceramics in there. So, but yeah, it's a fun little guy to fidget with. So, for me, between this and the Schism, I don't feel a lot of difference in terms of the way they're cut. There is a little bit of a difference. Not the Schism, the Sanctity. This has a little bit of a it's not quite as flat as the Sanctity. I believe those have a flatter side, and they don't have the flat spot on the top. So it does kind of give some nice facets to pull with, but I kind of like this fuller body a little bit more personally than the Triad. Although the Triad's a fantastic spinner, right? We can't take anything away from the Triad or the Invictus, but I like kind of the fuller size of this. Nothing cuts in too far, too drastic. You get these excellent little finger grooves here that work really well. They're pretty subtle, but it's just very comfortable all around, and it's just fun to fidget with. This is the one I was picking up the most out of all those little minis that I had. So really solid little spinner. Does some good little warp in there, but you'll notice it falls out of the warp quick, kind of just because of the speed, right? Or the spin time of the bearing. So we got the 60 frames per second. We got the sun. It's a nice warm day. Apple stock took a bit of a dip, y'all, but it's creeping its way back up there. We're up to 223. Come on, 223.29 right now. 71 and sunny. Nice day. It's a good enough day to wear a hoodie, as long as the sun's not on you too bad. You can get away with it, but yeah. So I wanted to take a minute as well. You know, if you're stuck around this long through my videos, maybe you care a little bit about what's going on with my life. I guess not even so much my life, but I'm kind of really excited about two things right now. We got that Apple event tomorrow, so depending on when you watch this, it may or may not have already happened. September 12th at 1 o'clock Eastern. You can stream that on apple.com, or if you have an Apple TV or any of those things, you can check it out. So should be some sweet stuff happening with the phones. But sounds like there's going to be some more action than just the phones, so we'll see what's happening. But it's exciting time for that. But also, you guys, if you really know me, know I'm kind of a fan of some old school hip-hop. Go back and watch my Juicy video if you haven't. Eminem just dropped an album, and let me tell you, it is just straight fire. There's like 1.5 tracks that aren't even that maybe you could kind of say aren't that great, but it's just so good from start to finish. It's just his wordplay, his double entendres, triple entendres. It's just ridiculous. It's kind of revived my faith in hip hop, and really excited about what's going on with that. So definitely check that out if you haven't. First pass through on it, I was like, yeah, this is good. I enjoyed it, but I wasn't kind of blown away. And then I started kind of, it made me listen to it again. And then just each time you catch something else different that you didn't catch. That's just kind of how it goes with Eminem. You might notice, back to the spinner, I'm doing this. It's this these kind of counter spiral buttons, which I really like the feel of and the grip of, but sometimes it just makes it feel like the buttons come loose when it hasn't. So, I mean, you certainly can obviously undo it that way, but I'm just like, oh, did that come loose? No. So maybe that's a downside, maybe that's a detractor, if you want to call it that. So, but yeah, solid little spinner. Really happy with this guy. So I think this is what is it, $50 right now. I think it took me so long to do these. Apologize, Adrian. Just between life and being crazy, and my wife's birthday was this past weekend, and then we were in Montreal the weekend before, and then I had a week off from my son's school, but we were like booked in terms of like we had plans and doing events every single day. And then the one day I had a little bit of free time and was hoping to get some stuff done, I sprained my finger really bad, and then like that sucks. So you guys should have had this video a little while ago while it was still on like pre-order for the drop, but I believe it's in stock now and shipping, which is also, I guess, good news. So $50 for this little guy. I got to be honest, out of the bunch, just the damn designs price is just so good where it's at. Like the price point, it's hard to beat for these things, for the quality that you're getting from these. The balance is fantastic. I don't know if I'll be able to. Yeah, I guess it's actually almost kind of a better angle because I can kind of lean and still do the video. So maybe I'll do the videos like this when I do them outside at this little angle, especially this time of year in the sun. But yeah, no wobble. No wobble, drop it like it's hot. Lil Wayne. I think I've mentioned that before, but that was from, I think it was Back That Ass Up, the first track I think Lil Wayne was on, or at least certainly the first popular one. So go back and listen to the Cash Money Millionaires. Actually, no, it was Juvenile. Juvenile's Back That Ass Up. Girl, who was you playing with? Back That Ass Up. And it's AZZ, so it's Ass Up, so I guess I'm not even swearing, if that's a thing. So tell your kids not to say those things until they're old enough to be able to use them appropriately. Something like that. So I think that's about all we got to say. Yeah, I kind of want to give you kisses, but I kind of want to just keep spinning this. I guess I can do both, right? I can just stop the video and keep spinning this. I mean, I guess that's kind of how it is with every video I do. I keep spinning the spinner after I'm done with the video. But anywho, internet, give you some kisses.